Coming up on today's video, cards I am happy you're leaving. Hi everyone, welcome back. MTG Moxman here. If you're new to my channel, welcome aboard. I hope you enjoy this content today. Smash that subscribe button. Join in the fun. It's free to do. For all my regular viewers, welcome back everyone. We're going to have a blast today. You know, with everything that's been going on in the world, you know, we've played a lot more things like Arena than we normally would have. We've missed in-person play. So I myself have tried hundreds of decks out and I've played against thousands of opponents. So today's video is dedicated to all the cards that annoyed me enough to get on this list today. They were that annoying that they are now here, and I'm going to tell you why. So let's jump ahead to card number one. Well, it's not number one on the list, it's just number one on my sheet here. Orion Sky Nomad, Legendary Bird Serpent. I'm so glad this card is leaving. It was a 4/5 flying companion, broken mechanic thing that just... I played against it far too often. I got disgusted with seeing this card that sometimes I would just scoop right away. I was done as soon as I saw the card enter the battlefield and they unsummoned multiple creatures and all kinds of effects would kick back in. And I'm like, do I really want to deal with this? You took the fun out of it, you Sky Nomad flying bird thing. So for that reason, I'm glad you're leaving. You were fun to play against for a while, but now I'm just glad you're gone. Now, here we go. Questing Beast. Who isn't glad this card is going? A 4 casting cost, 4/4 vigilance, death touch, haste creature that can't be blocked by low-level creatures, and you can deal damage directly to people, and then it also pops onto planeswalkers. This card is so broken, I can't believe it didn't get banned. And you know what? I didn't mind playing against it. I used it myself numerous times. It kind of made it an even playing field. It just got so tedious to see this guy game after game coming out over and over again. I'm glad you're leaving. You were a fun card for about a month to 3 months, and I just lost interest in you. And for that reason, I'm just glad that you're leaving. Goodbye, Questing Beast. I'm sure I'll see you in lots of green decks in other formats. I know Ember Cleaver's a great card. I know everyone used it in red ramp decks with little goblins and miniature attackers and dwarves with Torbrand. I get it. This thing was flash. It was a legendary artifact. You still put 4 in your deck. When it came into the battlefield, giving things double strike and all the beastie things, you know, wait for blocks to declared, and then you'd pop this thing on and just clean the game out, was disgusting. I didn't like this card after the first, day I used it. So I'm glad this card is leaving. I can't believe it didn't get banned in the format when a thing like Oko gets banned right away. Okay, the Fires of Invention get banned. But no, we're going to keep Ember Cleaver in there because that's such a fair card to have play against you after blockers and things are declared. Guys, it's the flash effect that really killed it for me. I lost interest really quick, and I knew if I faced a red ramp deck, after turn 4, I knew the game was already over. That is not fun for me in Standard. So for that reason, goodbye, Ember Cleave. Glad your history. Don't care if you ever see me again, because I don't care if I see you. Don't call me. Just don't call me. Rankle, the master of pranks. Him by himself is not the most deadly, scary card you've ever seen, but he's pretty close. He has flying. He has haste. He's a legendary creature with a 3/3 for 4 flying, and he has multiple effects that can mess people up depending on how your deck plays. Guys, each player discards a card. Each player loses a life and draws a card. There's those tons of monsters that say if you lose a life, you gain a life. You can multiply that effect so many times, it was disgusting. Rankle was a gross card, and I'm glad I didn't see him as much as I thought I would early on. He came out later after about a year. I started seeing him all the time in certain black decks. And guys, I'm glad he's gone. He was a mean master of pranks. I didn't like seeing him anymore. I'm glad he's leaving us, and I hope he twists his ankle. That's what I think should happen to him. Now, Shark Typhoon. I know this thing costs 6, but it has a cool cycling effect that was really a mess up for a lot of people. But not only that, you cast a Shark Typhoon. Then the next turn, you cast a Shark Typhoon, which gives you a token. And then you cast Ops and all kinds of other crazy creatures. Then you can do more disgusting things when you were time walking with Elrond's Epiphany and other cards synced up with counter spells. I counter your spell, I get a 3/3. I negate your spell, I get a 2/2. Goodbye, Shark Typhoon. I hope you just stay there with the cast of 90210 and get, never brought back to my presence, because you're not a good card for me. I don't enjoy you. All right, let's take a look here. Fairies tutelage. Do you want me to talk about this card? Do you really? Flip, 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 flip. Let's flip some more. Flip, 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 flip. Okay, let's flip some more. Flip, 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 flip. Let's flip some more. Oh, wait. Opt. Flip, 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 flip. Let's flip some more. Flip, 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 flip. Let's flip some more. Do I need to keep going? Hold on. Hold on. And Mai's Main's Tomb, whatever it was. Oh, flip, 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 draw a card. You see where I'm going with this? It was so disgusting to see 4 of these in play that you knew the game was over. You knew you're flipping 15 to 20 cards a turn. No. Goodbye to Fairies tutelage. I love Teferi. I like the idea. But again, I wish it was like a legendary artifact or something, because I hated seeing flip decks more than I ever had before. I thought mill decks back in the day were bad. This was even more disgusting because it doesn't even tie up your mana. It was such a disgusting card to play against after a while that you're like, nope, I don't ever want to see you again. Goodbye to Fairies tutelage. I'll be happy you're gone, and I hope I never see you again. All right. I know. Didn't say please. By itself, 3 casting cost counterspell is actually a pretty good thing. Doesn't bother me, but it's the fact it made you flip cards. It added insult to injury by making you flip more cards into your graveyard when going along with the crustacean crabby boys, and you put in a few Teferi's tutelage, and you put some other cards in there, and you see where I'm going with this. It gets really disgusting, really fast. So, didn't say please. You didn't say please, you could stay. So I'm glad you're leaving with the rest of the Eldraine crowd, and I can't wait to not see you. So goodbye, didn't say please, because I'm just glad you're gone. Brazen Borrower. This is a good card. I like this card. But when used in context with all kinds of other cards, it just becomes basically an unstoppable little monster that makes people unsummon their stuff. You can't get it back. There's things that duplicate the effects you're unsummoning 2 or 3 things a turn. Then they use other cards to unsummon it. It was disgusting. I like the card. I have used this card. But never with decks built around just torturing people with it. So for that reason, I know Brazen Borrower is going to find a home in a lot of different formats. But I'm glad it's leaving standard. I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way I do. So for that reason, goodbye, Brazen Borrower. You can borrow what you're taking right there, and I just don't want you to come back with it. Okay? Have a good one. Luminous Brood Moth. Too many times I've seen the creatures come back from the dead that this deck became very redundant, very boring, very fast. You wipe out creatures, they bring them back, then they unsummon them, bring them back again, you kill it, it comes back again. You see where I'm going with this? It's a lot of rinse and repeat, and you couldn't really stop it when it was mixed with like the blue-white, and I'm glad it's gone. Godzilla. Look at all these cards that are leaving us, and I'm just happy. I shouldn't be this happy, but I'm just ready for new cards to enter in. I really am. Veto. Thorn of the Dusk Rose. You guys don't want me to go there with this card. With all the cards like the Bastion of Remembrance and stuff to make you lose life. Remember when we had the Cauldron Cat with the witches thing to like kill your own creatures and gain life, lose life, get tokens, lose life, and you add Veto into the mix? You're just asking for death. That's all it is. So Veto the Vampire Cleric, your history, so long, goodbye, do not want to see you, well, maybe in another, 5 years. 5 years maybe. 5 years. Oh, there it is, the Basin of Remembrance. Remember this card? When it comes into play, you get a 1/1 creature. Whenever a creature you control dies, your opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Yeah. Again, 4 of these in play with all kinds of things that bury the battlefield or put tokens that die, and you bring them back and you take 50, 60 damage in turn 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I'm done. I am glad that you're gone, Basin of Remembrance, and I am not going to miss you at all. Although the art looks pretty cool right there. I gotta be honest. Some of this stuff, I'm sure I'm gonna miss this card at some point, just not now. I'm just bitter, and I'm glad this card's leaving, so let's leave it at that. All right, Speaker of the Heavens. I like this card, guys. I used it in basically every single white deck I built. Had to have this bad boy in it because it was so easy to get life and get to those angels. He's not the most powerful card. He can get killed. There's things that can happen to him. He's a target right away, though. So you knew if you put him out, chances are somebody already had an answer for it and he kept dying. I felt like I was in deja vu with this card so often. I ended up taking it out of my deck and putting little funky things in to try to throw people off like Cub Warden. I just got so annoyed by the fact people picked this creature off. And I couldn't get the effects in anymore because there were so many creature kill cards that I'm like, yeah, I'm done with you. Speaker of the Heavens is not talking to me anymore. He's not writing. He didn't leave me a postcard. He didn't leave his forwarding address. I think he's just done with me. And, you know, I understand. Now, the next card, I haven't shown you yet. It's right. It's coming up. This is the most annoying card. I love this card, by the way. I love this card. Have you guessed what it is yet? Have you guessed? This is the most annoying card for me that's leaving. And I'm glad it's gone. And I love the card. Ugin, the Spirit Dragon. Guys, I love Ugin. But in this particular format, he's broken. He wipes out the battlefield. He can duplicate and do damage. You put him with the engine, he starts duplicating effects. It was disgusting to see, guys. So I'm really happy he's going. I'm still gonna love him in all the other formats, but bring him into standard at this time. He was just so monstrous in every deck because he's colorless, right? So you saw him in everybody's deck all the time. So for that reason, Ugin, there's no variety, man. And that's what happens with a lot of this. There's no variety, and you're just like, I'm so glad you're done because it's time to move on. And I can't wait to see what else comes after this. You know, like when you think about that, it's the right time to rotate out because you can just see your frustration. But not just frustration, right? Boredom as well. Playing the same decks over and over is very tedious. It's very mind-numbing. I like when Magic has lots of variety with tons of ideas you can put in. I don't like little box decks I have to build to try to win. Or build a deck to beat a deck. It can be very hard for me to get around that. I don't enjoy that type of Magic. So for the new sets coming up for Crimson Vow, Brothers War, Streets of Capenna, right? Kamigawa. I can't wait to see what they put in now. To see if things are going to be switched up a little bit more. I'm kind of excited to see how they're going to blend in some of the new sets. Guys, it's going to be epic. I can't wait to see. And please, for anyone who watched the video to this part of the video at the end, I want to know what cards you're glad are leaving. What cards are you happy to say goodbye to? Put them in the comments section. Share it with me because I want to know too. All right, guys, have a great day today. Thanks for tuning in. MTG Moxman. I'll see everyone tomorrow. Hey guys, big shout out to all my amazing patrons out there. You guys rock, man. You're amazing. Don't you forget it. You heard me say it here again. Amazing. Can't wait, man. You guys have a great day today. Thanks for tuning in. Patrons make my world go round. Thanks again to all of my patrons who support me every day. Ah! You see my goblin yelling at you? That's right. Guys, you made it to the end of the video. If you made it this far, you leave a boomstick in the comments section for me. Let me know you made it to the end. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I hope you guys had an awesome day today because I'm feeling pretty good about this list. I am. I had fun making it. It was very cathartic to say, I'm done with you cards. Get out. You've been exercised. Can't wait to see what comes up next. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow.